Hello, and welcome back to Google Drive in Under 5. Today we're going to be taking a look at Gmail and learning how to compose an email message. To do this, on the left side, click on the red Compose button. Now there's two places that your email might pop up. The first one is on the right, or if we select the middle button here and go full screen, we can have full view of our email message. Working left to right, we can see we have a to screen, and I'm going to type in the person who I'm going to send my email to. To the right of that, we have our CC and BCC. To utilize those, simply click on CC and BCC, and we can see that we have options there to send a carbon copy or a blind carbon copy. We also want to have our subject area here. And you can see we've already created a signature, and that's popping up right here. We have the information on how to create that signature in an additional video. We're going to type in our email. And so down here, we're going to want to learn how to change some of the text. We have our toolbar down here. We're going to select on the formatting options where we can select this text and we can change the font of the text. We can change the size of the text. And of course, we can do bold, underlined, italicized. We can change the text color, or we can change the background color. So I'm going to make the background orange, and I'm going to make the foreground red. I can, of course, align this left, center, and right. I can add numbers. I can add bullets. I can increase or decrease. I can also put quotes around it. Or, if I want, I can remove all the formatting completely. To the right of that, I have attach file. Now, this is actually going to pull a file, physical file, off of our hard drive. So I can select anything here that I want to. I'm going to select this picture here. Now, this is a rather small picture. My suggestion is if you are going to do something that's rather large, stick that file in your Google Drive and attach from it. So now you can see it's pulling up the graphic that I have, and it's now making a copy of this inside of my email. So the person I'm sending this to is getting a file that's this size. Next thing I'm going to do is insert a file from Drive, and we have a couple options here. I'm going to just pull this Drive thing here, and you can see right now I've got it as a Drive link, or I can select, depending on the file type, an attachment. But right now, because this is a Google Drive file, I'm going to have it as a Drive link. Now, that's not going to show up at the bottom. That's going to show up right here inside of my email. And you can see that when I click on this, something opens up. Now, if I want to, I can hit the X to delete it, or I can hit the X over here to delete it. Now, if I want to come inside of the email and insert something from Drive, I can also do that as well, and you can see everything gets formatted. So the insert from Drive is pretty powerful because you can actually put the documents right where they are. The next thing under my toolbar is my Send and Request Money. This is a feature that you may or may not have depending on if your organization allows or disallows that feature, but this is a new way that Google is allowing you to use Google Wallet to share and send funds back and forth. My guess is that most of your organizations are not going to have this feature. Next, over here, we have Insert Photo. We can either upload a picture or we can upload a photo from our web address. I can have this be inline, or I can save this photo as an attachment. Lastly, if I have a word or set of words, I can highlight those words, and I can click over here on Insert Link, or I can either do an email address, or I can put a website address in here. And now I have my link where I can change, remove, or go to that link. Lastly, and I think everyone's favorite, we can insert our emoticons where they have dozens of fun little pictures. At this point, we've created our email, and we want to do something with it. We could hit send, and it'll automatically go out. Now, if we hit the X over here, that will not delete our email. That'll actually save everything into drafts. So I can save this as drafts. It's now going to be saved over here as a draft where I can pick it up. And again, I can go full screen or I can go small screen on this. If I hit the minimize button, it's now down here at the bottom. Or I can also hit the trash can and I can discard this as a draft completely. But the last thing that I want to show you here is this triangle, which is really important. I can choose a label. So automatically I'm going to add a star to this label, or I can create a new label called Jeff. And I'm going to create this label. And also I can print, or I can send this as plain text, or I can check this for spelling and it'll come up, and I can recheck it if I need to. So lots of great things that you can do here in Gmail. It's very, very powerful. And that is how you compose an email using Gmail.